One of the science investigations flying on Dragon today is called TikTok, and no, it's not the popular video app. This TikTok stands for Targeting Improved Cotton Through On-Orbit Cultivation. Target, the retail store, is funding the investigation targeting improved cotton through on-orbit cultivation, again TikTok, that studies how root system architecture affects plant resilience to stress, water use efficiency, and carbon during the critical phase of seedling establishment. There's also some food being delivered in Dragon today for the crew. Dragon is carrying apples, oranges, tomatoes, onion, lemons, peppers, and avocados up to the crew today. There are also 15 standard menu food containers and 30 crew-specific menu and coffee tea preference containers.
Station Houston and 2 for the Dragon monitoring tools. Want to let you know that the lab is all set up as a good backup. And regarding SSC-17 in the cupola, we're requesting if you could maximize the D2M2 view.
Okay, copy that. I'll take a look.
Again, NASA astronauts Shane Kimbrough and Megan MacArthur inside of the cupola right now. You just heard the voice of Megan MacArthur talking to Capcom Leslie Ringo here on the ground in Mission Control Houston.
And it says no video.
Okay, copy. Thank you for maximizing that window. And at this point, the video is not expected.
Thanks.
Hey, Megan, just for additional words, we're expecting that video view to be available in approximately 20 minutes.
I copy 5 minutes. Thanks, Leslie.
Actually, 20.
All right, 20 minutes. Thanks.
Cargo Dragon is now about 450 meters away from the International Space Station. Again, that next milestone, waypoint 1, coming at 220 meters, which will be directly in front of the docking axis. Getting a clear view now of Cargo Dragon as Cargo Dragon and the International Space Station are flying into an orbital daytime over Central Africa. And our first views now from Dragon of the International Space Station. If you're just joining us, we're bringing you live coverage of Cargo Dragon's approach and docking to the International Space Station this morning. So far this morning, Dragon has performed an approach initiation burn, an approach initiation mid-course burn, and has gone through waypoint 0, that next milestone, waypoint 1, coming at 220 meters directly in front of the docking axis. Everything is still on target for an on-time docking today at 4 a.m. Central Time. This is Mission Control Houston. Teams here in Mission Control Houston just confirmed that they are a go for waypoint 2, but again, waiting on that next milestone, which is waypoint 1, coming at 220 meters. Cargo Dragon now about 417 meters away from the International Space Station, expected to reach waypoint 1 in about 13 minutes from now. Dragon is delivering more than 7,300 pounds of cargo today to the International Space Station, and of that cargo is 2,028 pounds of science investigations. One of those science investigations is the Butterfly IQ ultrasound. That ultrasound demonstrates the effectiveness of a portable ultrasound device used in conjunction with a mobile computing device in the space environment. Such commercial off-the-shelf technology could provide important medical capabilities for future exploration missions beyond low Earth orbit. The investigation also examines the effectiveness of just-in-time instructions for autonomous use of the device by the crew.
Station Houston and 2 for Dragon status. Both Houston and Station are go for Dragon to approach the 20-meter point.
Copy that, and we're seeing good views up here as well.
Copy.
Cargo Dragon is now about 340 meters away from the International Space Station, again waiting on that next milestone, which is waypoint 1, coming at 220 meters, which will put Dragon directly in front of the docking axis. Waypoint 1 expected to come in about 8 minutes. Cargo Dragon started its journey to the International Space Station on Thursday, launching at 12:29 p.m. Central Time, marking its 22nd commercial resupply services mission to the International Space Station. Cargo Dragon launched from Complex 39A at NASA's Kennedy Space Center in Florida to deliver the first pair of Boeing-made solar arrays, along with new science investigations, supplies, and equipment for the international crew, set to arrive this morning. Dragon now 7 minutes away from waypoint 1. You're getting a live look now at Dragon on its way to the International Space Station in the final stretch. Dragon delivering more than 7,300 pounds of cargo to the International Space Station today. Cargo Dragon now about 264 meters away from the International Space Station. Again, that next milestone is waypoint 1, coming at 220 meters, which is expected to happen in about 3.5 minutes from now. Dragon is now 1 minute away from waypoint 1. We just received confirmation that Cargo Dragon has arrived at waypoint 1. Going through some of the milestones today that Dragon has completed, starting with the approach initiation burn earlier this morning, followed by the approach initiation mid-course burn. Dragon went through waypoint 0 and waypoint 1 and is now on its way to waypoint 2. Dragon will reach waypoint 2 about 20 meters away from the International Space Station.
Soon we're in step 3, block Bravo, attitude as expected.
And copy, you guys are in step 3 and a good block Bravo.
Shane Kimbrough aboard the International Space Station inside the cupola, reporting good data, lining up with what the flight control team is seeing here in Mission Control Houston. Again, standing by for that next milestone, which is waypoint 2, expected to come in about 8.5 minutes from now. And Dragon's capture ring has now been deployed. Everything is still looking good for the approach and docking this morning. We do have an updated docking time for you. Docking expected to come at 4:08 a.m. Central Time. Dragon will remain in a hold at the 20-meter mark for a few extra minutes this morning to align Dragon's LiDAR sensors with the lighting conditions. Cargo Dragon is now about 82 meters away from the International Space Station. Again, that next milestone is 20 meters away from the International Space Station at waypoint 2. Again, waypoint 2 is where we will remain in a hold for a few extra minutes this morning to align Dragon's LiDAR sensors with the lighting conditions, which will allow for better lighting at the time of docking. Docking is expected to happen at 4:08 a.m. Central Time this morning. Dragon now 56 meters away from the International Space Station as it flies over the coast of Japan. One minute away from waypoint 2 arrival. crystal clear views of Dragon, now about 20 meters away from the International Space Station, just over 20 meters. Cargo Dragon has arrived at its next milestone, waypoint 2, 20 meters away from the International Space Station, now holding. Again, Shane Kimbrough and Megan MacArthur are still in the cupola, monitoring Dragon's approach this morning. Waypoint 2 is the final milestone before contact and capture. Next up will be waypoint 2 departure to close in for contact and capture. In the International Space Station Flight Control Room here in Houston, Texas, teams are running a go, no-go poll for Dragon's capture this morning. Again, Dragon delivering more than 7,300 pounds of cargo today.
Houston Station on 2, step 4, block Bravo, nominal.
Copy, block Bravo, nominal. Hey Shane, and just while I have you, I want to let you know that we're here for approximately a 15-minute hold. We're looking for good KU and lighting, and then are estimating that we'll have a push for final docking at 0903.
Copy 0903, and we'll be ready.
If you're just joining us, Cargo Dragon is currently holding at waypoint 2, 20 meters away from the International Space Station. NASA astronauts Shane Kimbrough and Megan MacArthur are still in the cupola monitoring Dragon's approach this morning from the International Space Station. Waypoint 2 is the final milestone before contact and capture. Next up will be Waypoint 2 departure to close in for contact and capture. Waypoint 2 departure is expected to take place at 4:03 a.m. Central Time this morning, and contact and capture are expected at 4:08 a.m. Central Time. Back here in the International Space Station Flight Control Room, teams are being led by Flight Director Paul Kanya, and to his right is Capcom Leslie Ringo. You've heard her voice in back and forth communication between the ground and the International Space Station crew of Shane Kimbrough and Megan MacArthur inside of the cupola this morning. Cargo Dragon and the International Space Station now flying into an orbital nighttime over the Pacific Ocean. And teams here in Mission Control Houston just confirming that they are a go for contact and capture this morning.
Station Houston and 2 for Dragon. Just looking for confirmation in step 4 that you guys are ready for docking.
We're ready for docking.
Copy.
And the crew aboard the International Space Station confirming they are also a go for docking this morning. If you're just joining us, Cargo Dragon has arrived at waypoint 2 at 20 meters away from the International Space Station, and they are holding here for a few extra minutes to align Dragon's LiDAR sensors with the lighting conditions, which will allow for better lighting at contact and capture, which is expected to happen at 4:08 a.m. Central Time this morning. We're in a brief handover between satellites right now, but should be regaining our video connection here shortly. Now just under 2 minutes away from waypoint 2 departure. "30 seconds away from waypoint 2 departure. And we're starting to regain that video connection now.
Station Houston N2, Dragon is resuming approach and is go for docking. Monitor per steps 5 and 6 in 1.102, uncrewed Dragon approach and retreat monitoring.
Station copies all. We're in step 5 now, monitoring the approach.
Dragon now resuming its final approach, closing in on the International Space Station.
Houston for block Bravo, everything looks nominal.
Copy.
Shane Kimbrough inside of the cupola confirming that everything is looking good so far. Dragon now just under 14 meters away from the International Space Station.
Houston 10 meters, looking good.
Copy.
Dragon now under 8 meters away from the International Space Station.
Five meters.
Three meters.
Crew hands off.
Copy. Dragon contact and soft capture complete.
And we have confirmed contact and soft capture at 4:09 a.m. Central Time as the International Space Station and Cargo Dragon were flying 258 statute miles over the South Pacific Ocean. Again, confirmed contact and soft capture confirmed at 4:09 a.m. Central Time as the International Space Station and Cargo Dragon were flying 258 statute miles over the South Pacific Ocean.
Ring retraction in progress.
The soft capture ring is now retracting.
Copies.
And we're now standing by as Dragon undergoes some final steps for hard capture. The first is the retraction of the soft capture ring, which is happening right now. There are also 12 hooks that will drive to maintain a hard mate with the International Space Station, and that will be the next milestone coming up for Cargo Dragon to officially dock to the International Space Station. And the ring retraction is now complete.
Ring retraction is complete. Docking sequence is holding for MCS reconfiguration.
Copies.
Again, that next step will be those 12 hooks driving to form a hard mate between Cargo Dragon and the International Space Station.
And MCS is configured. We are now proceeding with hook driving.
Hooks.
And those hooks will now begin to drive. Again, those are 12 hooks that will drive to form a hard mate between Cargo Dragon and the International Space Station. The hooks are now driving. The first set of hooks is now closed and the second has began driving. Hard capture is complete.
Station Houston and 2, hard capture is complete, and it's a great day seeing another Dragon on ISS.
Hey, Leslie, thanks. Yeah, it was a great approach, and it was awesome watching it come on in, and we're glad it's here. Looking forward to all the science and other goodies that it brought up, along with our EVA solar arrays. So it's going to be a great few weeks as we get into Dragon and get things out. So thanks to the team for everything, and look forward to working with everything on board.
And some words from NASA astronaut Shane Kimbrough inside of the cupola aboard the International Space Station. And following that hard capture, hatches are expected to be opened later today around 6 a.m. Central Time to access some of that science and cargo on board Dragon. We confirmed contact and soft capture of Cargo Dragon at 4:09 a.m. Central Time as the International Space Station and Cargo Dragon were flying 258 statute miles over the South Pacific Ocean. One major component being delivered in Dragon's trunk today is the first pair of the Boeing-made iROSA solar arrays. You can learn more about the upcoming spacewalks to install the first pair of solar arrays in our spacewalk briefing on Monday, June 14th at 1 p.m. Central Time. And then you can watch Thomas Pasquet and Shane Kimbrough in action install the solar arrays to the 2B and 4B channels of the P6 truss over two spacewalks planned for June 16th and June 20th. Both of those, coverage for both of those is set for 5:30 a.m. Central Time. Again, the iROSA solar arrays delivered in Dragon's trunk today are the first of 3 deliveries of these iROSA solar arrays. There will be 6 in all to upgrade and augment the power for 6 of the 8 channels on the International Space Station. The robotic extraction of the solar arrays is planned to happen on Thursday ahead of the 2 spacewalks later this month. And with Cargo Dragon successfully docked to the International Space Station, that'll wrap up our coverage this morning. This is Mission Control Houston.
So, wie man gerade sehen konnte, das war das Andock-Manöver von einer SpaceX-Rakete. Oder halt der Station oder wie man das auch nennt. Ja, so wie man das eigentlich aus dem Fernsehen kennt, dass die sich jedes Mal gefreut haben an der Basis. Ja, wenn da etwas geglückt ist, davon ist heute gar nichts mehr zu sehen. Ist das irgendwie gestorben oder was? Also irgendwie traurig. Naja, aber ich muss sagen, für mich war es dennoch interessant, das Ganze jetzt hier zu beobachten. Also direkt live. Wahnsinn, also echt toll. Echt toll. Ich beneide diese Menschen, weil die, ja, wie soll ich sagen, die haben das Glück, da oben zu sein, das Ganze so richtig schön zu erleben da und was zu bewerkstelligen, etwas zu erreichen. Und ja, ich finde das echt toll. Ich finde das echt toll. Ich würde mich natürlich auch über ein Feedback von euch freuen. Ja, um zu wissen, wie ihr darüber denkt, was ihr dazu sagt. Wäre echt mega. Wäre echt mega. Okay, dann sage ich mal bis zum nächsten Mal und viel Spaß beim Video angucken. Nicht vergessen, Daumen hoch, Kanal abonnieren, Glocke an und dann werdet ihr über jedes weitere Video informiert. Bis dahin, tschüss.